Hello, hello. We're back for another week.
Which you got four more bars?
I told you it's studio, bro. I can't,
Oh, the studio only. Okay,
studio. Yeah,
studio.
studio only.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Only the studio, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
When I hear my head like this, I feel like this is a horrible accent.
You feel like a Rastafarian?
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Okay.
I feel irie, man.
You feel Ivy? Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah. I,
Y'all see that, listeners. Her name ain't Latisse. Her name might be something different today.
what's my name in Jamaican? Let's see. I'm trying to think of a Jamaican name. You know, when I went to Jamaica, everybody's name was Courtney. Girls and boys, a whole bunch of Courtneys.
Really?
Yeah, Courtney. What else did I see a lot? I think I saw like a lot of Trish.
Really?
I think so. Yeah, I haven't been to Jamaica in a few
Wow.
years, but
I
I
was
need
that's
to.
the last name I would have thought of. Trish.
Yeah, I think I saw a lot of but they be having like a regular little like regular like American names kind of honestly. Unless it's just kind of like how when you have like service, right? And then you call and they be like, hello, my name is Marianne. And you be like, your name is Marianne, your name is Billy, Krishana or something.
Yeah.
Like I'd be like I remember at one job and it was some people that were they were mad because the Indian people started using their real name. And it was like, we can't pronounce that in our customers. I'm like, well, that's not, don't hire Indians then. I
True.
don't understand. I mean, like, that's not fair to them. If they shouldn't have to, you know, come up with this fake name. If their name is what it is, then you should learn how to say it or don't hire people from that
From
country.
that, yeah.
Like,
'Cause
but
that's
you know who it was. Like, people they be having that goes to the privilege where you don't have to conform to nobody. You know what I'm
right.
saying? So you don't get it. So your first response is to say, "Oh, they should we shouldn't have to learn how to say that name." Yes, you should. Or
A
hire
lot,
Americans.
a
You got
lot of
two
companies,
choices.
you know that, Tease. A lot of companies outsource like that.
Oh yeah, for sure. But it's just the audacity of some people to be like, you don't want to learn how to say their real name. Like who how that's just
All
oh
I know is
that's the arrogance.
they be telling me, yes, my name is John. I be thinking to myself, your name ain't no John. Your name got 23 letters in it, motherfucker. You know your
I
name.
know, and I be
John.
trying too, bro. Like because sometimes they'll put the like American name in the like
Yeah.
in their signature, so they'll
Yeah.
put their real name in their American name, and I try my best to always say their native name because I'm like I
I
could
don't even
I
try.
can I try. I mean, I asked them so everybody that I talk to regularly, I say their native name,
Oh,
so
you do?
I do.
I don't even try.
Yeah.
Hey, hey, everybody. Tease could be a United Nations member. She tried.
No,
She
I
tries.
do. No, I do. I feel like, just because I feel like Americans, we got a lot of, you know, American ways about ourselves and we think everybody's supposed to conform to us. So that's not
Hey,
that's
man.
not fair.
We the land of the free, damn it.
We are definitely more free than a lot of places. That cannot be denied. That cannot be denied. Even with all of our troubles, we're definitely more free than a lot of places. So
All our troubles. Have a
mm.
little talk with Jesus.
Did
It
you have a church song last week too, bro? I
was
think
cool.
you
Yeah,
did.
it was. I think it was. I have one. It pop in my mind every now and
Oh
then.
my God. Look at y'all. Y'all see
Oh, my
Moses
mind.
say he
Hey,
been trying to
wait.
get his life back.
I forgot to tell you in the group chat the other day. What's that song? Okay, I know you remember. Remember that song we used to sing at church?
Oh
Okay.
boy.
Remember, it was when it was offering time. It was two songs that we always sang.
Okay.
The first one was "Give and I Give It Back."
Press down,
Yeah,
shake it together, running
yeah.
over.
Remember that? Remember that? Was that one? And then we
Bro, why
sang
did you think of
another
that
one.
song?
We
Yeah.
sang another song, and I'm trying to remember.
Uh,
Oh, I got it. No, no,
what?
no, 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 no. It wasn't offering time. It was when it was the benediction. I bet you don't remember. I bet you don't remember when it was time to go.
What?
Remember
Well,
we everybody remember when
we
Pastor
sang
said,
a couple songs when it was time to go.
but this one we sung. I bet you don't remember this one. I'm
Okay,
going. This is when we was young.
okay.
So Pastor would say, "Everybody stand, everybody
Mm-hmm.
hold hands."
Mm-hmm.
Remember this song? I bet you don't remember. I'm gonna sing it. You
Okay.
ready?
Yes,
Ready?
I'm ready.
There's a sweet, sweet spirit.
Oh no, bro, you went way, way back. I definitely forgot about that
Hey,
one.
shout out.
We
Hey,
was definitely Shorty's dead, bro.
shout out to all our Mount Sinai family, man, who watch
All
the podcast, listen
all
to
the
the podcast.
JVs in the house.
All the JVs, boy, y'all about to laugh on this
Oh boy.
intro, man. This intro.
Yeah. There's a sweet, sweet. We definitely, yeah.
I
That's
had to
hilarious.
text you that the other day. I'm
And
gonna teach
I know that it is a spirit. Oh boy, bro.
That's when
Yeah,
it was time
I
to go.
forgot about
That's when
that
it was
one.
time to go. I used to love that song. I was like, man, we've been here for 3 hours. It's time to go.
Jeez. But we used to be at church all day, bro. Like
Oh,
literally from like because and our parents was like in ministry stuff. So we'd be at church from like 8:30 until second service was over. Literally. We'd be at church for like 10 hours.
We was in church all day Sunday.
Yes.
Then we'll come back on Wednesday.
Yep.
Then we'll
and if you had you church on Friday.
On Friday.
Yes. And don't let it be something on Saturday.
On Saturday.
We lived at church.
We lived at church, man. We was always there, man.
Yeah, we definitely. I can. You know what's funny? Because we lived in church so much when we was kids. Like right now, like I be joking around. Like church now for me, it's like white church. Because we be in church for like an hour and we're done.
We're done.
Anything over an hour, bro. I be like, hey yo,
it be over with.
I'm gonna need your spirit. Y'all have to wrap this up because I'm like, I can't. And then like a second service will wear me out. Like I can't. I'll be tired for the whole week. Yeah,
Somebody mentioned 2 services me on a Sunday. I give them the Russell Westbrook face, like, what? For real? What? I don't do that no more.
Yeah, if I do a second service, that's more than likely that's my only service for the day. Like,
okay. Yeah. Well, everybody, you know, we go ahead and start the pod now, y'all. Let's get to it.
I know we done. So, we done going back.
Some of the podcast. I'm Coach Mo. We got Teese. She over there chilling today. Got the Caribbean Jamaican look, Jamaica.
Got my Jamaican, come on. Got my Jamaican girl on.
Rise Clark. You over there chilling. What episode is this, Teese?
57.
We on 5-7?
57. Yep.
57. 13, 47, 57.
A bit of
45.
Oh man. All right, y'all. We being goofy today. You know what? Because we recording later, so y'all know what happened when it be later in the day. You start acting goofy. So y'all forgive us today.
But you know, we got it in though. On this Wednesday. Shout out to my old man today, his birthday.
Happy birthday!
Yeah.
Same, bro.
He made the number 80 today. 80.
He still look good too. He's still getting around.
Yeah, he called me this morning like, hey, you know what today is, right? I said, man, you didn't give me a chance to call you, man. He's fired up.
You know how they do.
Yeah, he's fired up. So shout out to him. How was your week, Teese?
So far, so good, bro. It's hump day. So Tuesday and Wednesdays are my long day. So yeah. I'm looking forward to the weekend. I'm looking forward. Well, we know we had a 3-day weekend this past weekend. So Monday was lovely.
Well, I didn't.
Oh, you had to work on Monday.
Yeah, we don't.
I was off on Indigenous People Day. That was like since my company I bought out, we had that day off. I've never had it before. So
okay. I used to have it, but we don't.
I refuse to say Columbus Day. I'm off on Indigenous People Day.
No, I think our company did. I think our company was like, we're gonna give them Juneteenth, and we just gonna have them come to work on Indigenous Day. I think that's what our company did.
They might have you know what some companies do? They they might give you like a floating holiday.
Yeah,
giving you that extra day off. But I think our company probably had it off to kind of mirror federal holidays. Kids be out of school and stuff. So I think that's why they did it.
They pulled one on us. It's cool though.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest. When we used to have Columbus Day off, to me, it was just a day out of school.
Right.
I wasn't really doing no celebrating.
Absolutely not. I think even as kids, bro, we kind of knew like Columbus discovering America didn't really happen. It was like, how could you discover something that was already here? So I don't know. I just like you said, it was just a day off. Like I don't think black people really we don't really care about Columbus. He wasn't on our care list.
I'm gonna give it a buck. I didn't really care about that story.
Me neither.
I didn't really care about that story.
Me neither. I cared about the truth. You know what I'm saying? I cared about them, you know, how they painted like the native people to be like the savage, you know,
I didn't know that to
civilized people.
Yeah. I didn't know that to high school. See, that's what I'm saying. In grade school, it was always let's put posters up with the turkeys and the pilgrims, and you know, this is Thanksgiving, and this is the Santa Maria, the ship with all that. I got to high school. We had a teacher. He told us how it really was. I was like, damn, they was wild like that. I didn't know it was like that.
Yeah. I will say when I was in 5th to 6th grade, 4th to 5th, 6th grade, I had, you know, when back in that they used to have a gifted classroom. My teacher there was the best teacher I've ever had in life, right? Because even at that early age, he kind of was a white older guy. He would he exposed us to so much stuff, bro. And he gave us history in a way that like I remember learning about the natives, remember learning about Columbus and stuff like that. But he would make us question, like, so if he would put it in kids' term, but like let's just say we were reading the story, was in the book, he would say, okay, now reading that, if people were already here, did that mean that he discovered it or did he find it? So he would like question us like when we was younger, like, you know, like even like to make us think like he didn't really discover, he found it and they took over. Like he never like talked about the natives in a bad way. You know what I'm saying? Like they was here. He talked about them as civilized people. We used to watch like documentary. That's why I'm like, I love documentaries, and I have this obsession with Alaska because that was one documentary we used to watch all the time. I know, yeah, I'm weird. I love all things Alaska TV, like Alaska Frontier, Alaska Bush People. Yeah.
Listen, hey, things you know about T-Shaw. Y'all keep listening and subscribing to this podcast.
Yeah. Yeah. I love those shows. Yeah. Okay. I mean, they are native, like Native Americans. And so like sometimes that's like culture wise, just seeing how they operate. They usually operate from they're secluded, you know what I'm saying? So it's always interesting to me to see how they operate outside of, you know, Western culture. So
they're not secluded. It's like they're their own country.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, this is their country, so technically.
No, I mean how they operate.
Outside of America.
They just act like Texas operate like that too. Like Texas act like
operate like they didn't want to operate like savages. Texas and Florida be on some other stuff. Like they just need to fall off the map, to be quite honest.
If Texas could, they would break away from it.
They should. They want to be Confederate so bad. they are still
listen. This is how I knew Texas was different. Remember when they had that big storm, that flood back in Houston and all down there a few years ago, and all those people's houses got messed up and they didn't have power for a long time. I didn't know ComEd wasn't down there.
Oh yeah, they got electricity
on the grid. Yeah, and they got their electricity from other states.
Yeah,
and they was talking about how people's light bills was astronomical.
Yeah, they have their own. They're not a part of the American grid.
I didn't know that. See, that's why I was like, Texas.
They were talking about, because after that happened, bro, that brought up the conversation of people, because it's like a split. People were complaining about, why aren't we on the same grid as everybody else? You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, if you're gonna be so independent, you want to be so separate, you can't have stuff like that happen. You have to have a plan of what's going to happen when these storms happen because this is the same people, bro, that don't believe in global warming. So
Yeah.
you're gonna be if you either gonna start believing that the earth is warming and that there are things happening that are not like it used to be 50 years ago, and you're gonna have to make adjustments, or
Yeah.
you're gonna be out of electricity for 2 weeks again.
And these are the same people who, remember, they kicked off the abortion thing.
Yeah,
They kicked it off. Remember,
a whole different bunch of crazy.
Yeah, they
I
kicked
don't
it
know why so many black people want to move to Texas because, like I said,
off. Okay, look, I
they're
know
not
why.
black people friendly.
I know why.
The taxes,
That's right.
the
That's what
non-state
it
taxes.
is. That's what it is.
Florida too.
That's what it is.
Yeah, Florida don't have it either.
I don't know if I want to live in Texas because the laws in Texas is not for black people.
Nowhere down south is
no the Texas laws.
I mean north either, but down south, bro, it's so yeah, it's so blatant racist.
Blatant,
and
man.
It's so separate and not equal. And if you get caught doing any kind of crime down south, like it's a death sentence.
Yeah.
Honestly, or a life sentence, basically, because how they do black people down there is just
they got the death penalty down there.
Death penalty and harsh laws. I mean, it's harsh penalty to everything, bro. That's their form. That's how they continue free labor.
Yeah.
That's their how they continue free labor. Yeah.
Not gonna lie, if I move to Texas, it's gonna be right outside of Dallas. I'm not moving to Houston. I'm not moving anywhere near the Gulf.
Okay.
Not moving anywhere near. I can't do it. But I would go to Dallas, outside of Dallas, because Dallas is a whole nother.
It's a big city.
It's a huge city. Yeah. But their police department don't play.
Yeah. It's
different.
It's different. Yeah. I don't
and why they always
in America is not.
And lastly, why does Texas always have weird governors? Like the extreme governors, like they be like super extreme.
Oh, that's their homebred, bro. That's it. That's just how they are. That's how they raised.
Even W wasn't even that extreme, was he?
Which one? The son? I mean,
the son.
Lil Bush. For all of his, people talk about him. Lil Bush wasn't that bad.
He was just slow. He was
kind of slow. I feel like Lil Bush he just went along with the get on. Like I felt like he got into office because his daddy was in it, and I feel like he just did stuff to continue what his daddy did. But I feel like in general, I really feel like George Bush don't give a damn about a lot of shit. Like I feel like I don't really think he was racist. Like they say George Bush didn't care about black people. I just think in his own world. I feel like he's like you said, he kind of slow. Like I don't even think when the hurricane came, I don't even think it crossed his mind. Like like it's real bad down here. Like I feel like he just being
9/11 too. 9/11 too. I just think he was just
wasn't ready for none of that, bro. He wasn't built for that kind of stuff.
He wasn't built for none of that. And like I said, I always thought he was just slow. I always thought he's one of them presidents like, if I say that, I wonder what'll happen. Or oops. Like he'd say stuff and then it'd be like he'd have that look on his face like oops.
Like this dumb look. Yeah.
You saw how he was at the inauguration when he was chilling with Michelle Obama. Mm-hmm. You saw how he was. He
loved Michelle.
It looked like he was having a ball. Remember?
He loved Michelle. Like, I mean, they got their little thing where they always pass each other candy when they together.
Yes.
But I was like I said, even when it came to certain things when Bush was in office, I don't think he was that bad. I just think, Hurricane Katrina was definitely a stain. You can't control natural, disasters. How you respond to it, that's only you can control. And that, unfortunately, they handled that horribly.
Well,
administration,
if you look at his administration, he went through not only the terrorist attack.
Yeah, he had a lot going on,
the
bro.
War. He went through it was like 2 wars.
Yeah, he had a lot going on.
And then Katrina.
Yeah.
So he probably was ready to get the hell out of there.
Hell yeah, you see, when he got out of office, George Bush went about his business. Obama don't be out there like that. That's how you see Obama when he on vacation.
We on vacation. That's
And
it.
he might post something big, might come up, a
Right.
death or something. He might comment, but other than that, Barack Obama is not in these streets.
He not. He not. He not in
He
this.
is enjoying not being the president. Like,
Yeah, he is. Yeah, that's why I was like, that's why sometimes when I look at the little picture of him making that face when he was trying to put that down, what's the name over his head at the inauguration because it was raining and the face he made, I was just saying, I just be like, but he wasn't that bad. He just a goofy and he's just slow.
yeah,
He wasn't that bad. He just
it
was a
was.
goofy
I would take George Bush over Trump any day.
on any day. Yeah,
To be
absolutely.
honest, I would take George Bush over Biden.
To be, yeah, I can see. I feel you. I feel
Yeah,
you. I feel you.
I think Joe Biden is in over his head. I think he's just too old.
He's the Ronald Reagan of this
Yeah,
generation.
he's too old and he's out of touch. Like
Yep.
I think he's just not he's just I don't think his brain is sharp anymore, Like I think he's literally too old to be the president. And I also just think he's just not aware, like he's just out of touch. Like
I wouldn't be surprised if he's got dementia.
he acts like it.
Yeah, I
He
wouldn't be
acts
surprised.
confused a lot, bro. It reminds you, like, remember when Scandal was popular,
Yep.
how they used to cover up stuff and they
Yep.
knew what stuff was going on. I feel like that's what's going on in the office now. Like everybody knows he's not well,
Great
and
show.
they prop him up enough
Yeah.
to make public appearances.
I agree with you because hey, every time he talk, I watch because I want to hear what old Uncle Joe got to say.
Yeah,
I be looking, man. I be like, man, it's something off about him, man.
yeah, he's
Something
not all
off.
together. He's
It's
not all
something
together, and
off.
I don't like the fact that they make all these promises. Democrats in general make all these promises to get black people to vote for them when they get in office. And I like they ain't that we ain't say shit, but
Promise, promise.
we keep voting for them. So
Yeah, I'm gonna vote them till I die, but that's a whole nother story.
I don't trust either one of them, bro. To be honest, I don't trust neither one of them. I wish I'm a person that would have voted for Ross Perot. or
Russ
I'm
Perot.
just not probably not him, but just like a third party person that's probably more aligned to what in my beliefs, like a middle line person. That's what I want. But because Democrats and Republican, they're both extreme, and to me, they're detrimental in both ways, and neither one of them don't go out and do things on purpose for black people. Like it's always a slow dragging thing. Whereas the agencies can get together and they can do something, and I mean they make a law and it's allowing 30 days. You know what I'm saying? Whereas for us, we got to beg for every damn thing. You know what I'm saying? Even with all these black people in Congress and stuff like that, like it's irritating. But anyway.
Well, it's frustrating, but hey man, I always say this. I would rather be like that than to be the other way around when you got only one person making all the decisions because I think that's dangerous.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I think democracy is the way to go. I just our system is it just needs a overhaul, bro.
Yep, a complete overhaul.
Needs an overhaul, yeah.
Speaking of TV shows and all that, so Brown Sugar is 20 years old.
20 years.
Damn.
Yeah, that was so. Now, do you know how we always reflect on all movies, bro?
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you think that was that back in the day that was hot? Do you still think it was a good movie, or is it in category where you think it was as an adult you think it was huff?
I think it aged well because I think it's still kind of relatable. The funny thing, like the movie had funny moments.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say this, I don't look at Tay Diggs the same anymore now. Because back in the day, Tay Diggs was in all the late 90s movies, early 2000 movies as the rom-coms, the black love movies.
Yeah.
But now you look at him now, he's like, hey man, did you really like Sisters?
Well, he was a black girl now, ain't he?
But what happened though? It's just like with my man, like with Russ. He had to go through his slay. He had to slay all.
He had to come back home.
he had to slay all the white chicks first, knock them all out.
Yeah.
And then once he got to come home. So maybe Tay Diggs is like, hey, maybe this is where I need to be. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? Sometimes those guys that like grow up around white people, like, you know, they kind of just Tay Diggs was in that art world where it's, you know, not that it's not black women in the arts, which they are, but it's a lot. It's predominantly where he was, definitely in New York. It's predominantly mostly like those big shows is white shows. So I think, you know, I believe that his first wife he met like in college or like around in the theater and stuff like that. So that's those are they are artsy people in our community. It's not a plethora of them, I don't think.
No, it's not. It's not.
And maybe I should say it is, but we'll pick and choose our artsy, like artsy in music, as far as just like musicians and singers. I think that those people are celebrated in our communities, but like people that are like in the arts, as far as like maybe doing plays and stuff like that, unless it's Tyler Perry, like we don't really be you know, like those kind of plays are popular, but like those other ones, like going to see the death of a salesman, and stuff like that, nobody's probably.
Well, with the thing about BrownSugar was that it had that typical story, you know, growing up in the neighborhood in the hood. You had this crush on a chick. She had a crush on a dude.
Did you fall in love with hip hop?
And then they grow apart, then all of a sudden they come back together, and then they realize, well, damn, we should have been together. And then they be together, you know what I'm saying? So it was one of those where it was relatable. That's why I said it still aged well to me. It aged well.
All right, so bro, I'm gonna ask you. So when did you fall in love with hip hop?
Oh my God.
When did you fall in love with hip hop, bro?
It was the summer of '89. That's what it was. The summer '89. That's what it was.
Oh my gosh. What song did you hear in '89?
Ooh, it probably was. It might have been early, but it probably was. I can vividly remember the rap song that put me on. It was NWA.
Okay.
I heard. Damn, it was off the. Oh man, what's that song? I'd rather fuck you.
Oh wow.
It was that remix of that.
Oh wow.
And I heard that, and then I heard another song from the album, and then that's what did it. It might have been '89, maybe a little earlier, but that's what did it for me.
Oh wow.
I was on West Coast.
Okay.
Hip hop first.
Okay.
Then I started hearing everything else.
Okay. I can.
What about you? What about you?
See, I don't know if I really love hip hop, but I could say I remember the first like rap song I liked as a shorty that made me pay attention to rap was probably Brenda's Got a Baby.
Okay.
That's is like Tupac. I don't know, like, you know, the girls love Tupac back in the day, but I remember that video always being on the box.
Always.
Yeah, that was probably like made me pay attention. I think by that being on the TV so much, that made me like Tupac. So then I started listening to like Digital Underground and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So,
yo, that video was wild though, bro.
Brenda Got a Baby.
Yo, she threw the baby in the trash can, yo.
Yeah, but that was around that time. Around that time, bro, we used to have a whole bunch of those kind of like TV shows. And
that was wild, man.
Yeah.
Looking at that like, wow, she put the baby in the trash can.
Yeah.
And then Tupac got the little baby walking down the street with him.
Rapping.
I'm like, man, come on, man. But yeah, I remember that. The box showed all the cold videos back then.
Yeah, the box show, you can see like they would say when this is a video that's always used to come around when I was watching the box. Brenda's Got a Baby, Gangsta Lean,
that Gangsta Lean, Gangsta Lean. This song's for my homie.
This is for my homie.
Oh
Okay,
shit!
who the hell is requesting this song?
Oh
Like, I
my
don't
god!
understand why are people requesting this. Like, I just don't understand. Like that song was on all the time.
I drink a 40 to your memory.
You stupid, bro.
Ooh, ooh.
It was some. It's one more I can't think of. They used to always be on.
Well, that Bone Thugs and Harmony song, they wore that out.
Oh man! Oh yeah!
Oh my god, they
Buddy
wore that
Records Bone. Oh yeah, that was definitely always in the box. Yeah, they wore that out.
man. They wore that out.
Yeah, yeah. It's the Darkest Records Bone.
Yeah. These monsters from Ohio.
Yep. I remember that being like a thing, like because people were saying they sold Kush Conflict style and all that stuff.
It was a little beef between them and Chicago rappers, like a low key beef, like real low key.
We felt like that was our style.
Yeah.
Then they kind of made it crossover. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
But ain't no niggas from Gary ever made hits.
Michael Jackson?
No. I'm talking about rap.
Oh, rap.
Now we got the almighty viceroy Freddie Gibbs. Now that's the only one we got now.
Freddie from Indiana?
Yeah, from Gary.
I thought he was from New York.
No, he born and raised in Gary, Indiana.
Wow, didn't know that.
Yeah,
didn't know that. Okay, Freddie.
Freddie.
Yeah, I definitely thought. I thought everybody in Griselda was New York cats.
Well, no, he's not in Griselda.
I thought he was in Griselda.
You thinking about Benny the Butcher?
Okay, so one thing together though, bro. One Benny the Butcher.
They got a lot of songs they did together.
Okay, so I'm like, I know I ain't going crazy.
No, he wasn't in Griselda.
He wasn't in Griselda. Okay. I definitely thought he was in Griselda.
No, but now they beefing anyway, so that's neither.
Yeah, why they beefing? I still don't understand that beef.
It's just I don't understand it either, man. It's weird. Stupid. It's weird. They didn't make these songs together. Now all of a sudden they beef. It's weird to me. It's different, man.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the 3 Hispanic councilmen who was caught on tape being raped.
Did you hear, bro?
I didn't hear it. So I don't know what they said.
So I only heard the one lady, I can't figure her name, but they were describing like another councilman. They was describing the parade from Martin Luther King Day, which is funny. And they were talking about something that happened there, and they were talking about something that happened there, and they were saying something like, "Oh yeah, not her, or forget him. Like he with the blacks or something. He on the black side or something like that." And then they was talking about this little black boy. Basically, they were saying he was bad, and I don't know if they called him a little monkey or something like that, but they was just saying like little comments like that. Like, yeah, they with the blacks and the black people this and forget them. And it was just like stuff that they probably say that you don't supposed to say, in public. And so it makes me wonder whoever recorded it, they to me, they had to have the conversation probably before. For someone to, because why would that conversation be recorded?
That's what I want to know. I'm like, why would, did they try to?
Well, I feel like they probably said it before. Whoever they was talking to, whoever exposed it probably knew that. I mean, that wasn't their first time hearing it, and they recorded it to catch them talking about, black people. But, this is stuff that black people, the world swear that black people are crazy. They swear we make up stuff. They swear we sensitive about everything. They swear we make everything about race. And then stuff like this happen, and we be like, then we tell y'all it's only for us, but it's only we all we got. Yeah. We don't got no allies. It's us. It's us or nobody, because everybody want to be like, every time something happens, that's what makes me upset when laws get changed and we say we need black stuff. We say we want a law for black people to stop being lynched. Meaning don't have to be lynched by, a rope, but black people stop being killed by, those in authority. And then they're changing to, black and brown people. No, black people. Because when y'all have shit, nobody pulls in black people. But every time we get something, it's black and brown. But when it's they but behind closed doors, this is what they say.
Fat Joe would disagree with you.
Fat Joe can, whatever. Fat Joe can get the hell up out of here.
Fat Joe said we're all brothers.
Yeah. In an ideal world, sure. Yeah, in an ideal world, sure. I believe that. I mean, according to science, they say we all got one strand of DNA. Everybody has is alike. It's gonna always match.
I don't care, but they can't say nigga. Nah.
They can't say nigga, bro, but they do say nigga.
I know they do, but I don't like it.
They say it behind closed doors, and they don't really like us no more than the white people that hate us.
I would agree with that, and most of them are Republicans.
Yes. And that's why I be like, I don't understand why we feel we are some of the most forgiving, most welcoming people on earth, bro. Like every time something, like I said, every time something happens, we always welcome people and we'll pull them on. We get a law for us and we'll say, yeah, don't forget about our Mexican brothers and sisters, and don't forget about, our Asian sisters and brothers. Like, but they don't be coming back and pulling for us. Nobody does, bro. Nobody.
That's what the minister says. But hey, they say
the minister is speaking facts.
They say he was a racist, and
that's what it always do. When you say stuff like that, then you're racist.
Mm-hmm.
I hate that. I hate that. That's why it's like when people have conversations at work, and if it gets to talk about stuff like this, I don't say nothing. I ain't got nothing to say. It's because y'all don't want to hear what I want to say.
Everything you saying is right, and it's evidence of it in cities, especially big metropolitan cities like Chicago and New York.
Mm-hmm.
There is an entire neighborhood in Chicago that is full of nothing but Chinese residents, Chinese businesses, Chinese schools, and guess what? They do not associate with anybody or any neighborhoods or any cultures outside of their neighborhood. And guess what? Nobody bothers them.
Nobody bothers them.
So what is that?
Guess what you can't do? You can't go over there and
put a business over there.
No soul food business or no braid shop in there. But you know what? They could put some nasty ass Chinese food in our neighborhood.
Yeah. Look at their streets. Excuse me. Look at their streets.
Mm-hmm.
Look at what happens when it snows.
Mm-hmm.
All that.
Look at what happens when we do try to put a business outside of black neighborhood. They make it so hard for us to do business there. The people complain about the noise. They complain we get so many zoning tickets and things like that. Like anything to make us not be in the neighborhood, but everybody come on neighborhood. To me, I blame our aldermen for that shit. Because they always make it hard for us to do business, and then we just let anybody come here. If y'all not gonna come over here, y'all can't come here and treat us like we don't belong here. That's what pisses me off. That's why I don't go to beauty supplies in the hood no more. I don't even like going to like Chinese food. I ain't bought no Chinese food in no hood long time. And I don't know how long, bro, because I don't like how they treat us.
They treat us all the same,
but we let them. We can dry their pockets and make y'all get out our neighborhoods by not shopping there. If we don't shop there, y'all don't have no business. Take your ass back to wherever you was from, and we can have our own beauty supply.
We won't do it.
We don't, bro. That's the thing. Like we buy everything. Like it's no reason we can drain all their pockets if we wanted to, but we let everybody come into our. Because again, it goes back to us always being welcoming, always trying to be, we are the world. Like sometimes we need to be like, no, y'all can't. This is a black neighborhood owned by all black people. And we're not gonna code switch so that you can be comfortable. No. You're gonna come here and be on neighborhood, then you can't come here. Like it irritates me. White people go live they'll be in the suburbs where it's quiet, go back to the city, want to move on Walnut, and then complain about people on Walnut. What? That's what they do. We play music all night long. If you don't want to hear music all night long, go back to Downers Grove. Period.
Move on Walnut. Why do you think of Walnut? That's funny.
Because it's a lot of people over there. I remember I got a friend that live over there. So when last time I was over there, I was like, I seen white folks walking dogs. I was like,
you gotta look at the property value. Property
yeah.
value.
So they gonna see this thing out. So all those buildings that was empty, they're in their mind, they're gonna sit this thing out because eventually all the blacks will be gone at some point. They're gonna tax us. They're gonna tax it so much, and tax gonna keep going up to where the blacks that do live there, they're gonna try to force them out because
Yeah.
they want the city back.
Like Dion said, they call it, they price you out.
Yeah.
But that's what they do. You get priced out, and then
yeah.
you don't have no choice because you can't afford to live there no more.
Yeah.
That's really what it is.
Yeah, but but for me, I don't. In the ideal world, I enjoy living in diverse neighborhoods. I enjoy, learning and being around different people. But I'm not gonna be around people that don't want to be around me. So like when it gets to the point where it's hostile and like I don't care if we separate it in that sense.
Mm-hmm.
If y'all don't want black people here, go into your non-black neighborhoods. Don't bother. As long as y'all don't bother us. That's the thing that pisses me off. Is that okay? Y'all don't want us here. We go off and make our own town, right, bro? Like let's say we take over all of Maywood and we build it up and it's all black and it's flourishing. As soon as that shit happened, what happened? What's gonna happen? Now y'all wanna move back in Maywood. Yeah. Now you want to bother us for being, now you want to find stuff wrong because we took the neighborhood over, we built this whole community over, and now it's a problem. I mean, it ain't just like Black Wall Street that happened. Like it just wasn't Tulsa. It's a whole bunch of places, bro, across America where black people are flourishing and build up communities. And as soon as they did that, whether it was New York, whether it was Oklahoma, whether it was parts of Texas, they
came and got it.
They came and got it.
They came and got it.
Had riots, that stuff like Emmett Till. Oh, he raped me, and next thing you know, the whole town is on fire. Like we can't do nothing. It's like they jealous. So you don't want us to be in your neighborhood, but then you don't want us to have our own. It's the weirdest shit ever. It's just like you brought black people here to hate them.
Mm-hmm.
It just blows my mind. It blows my mind. I don't understand why people are so obsessed with us. Like I don't understand why Asian people hate us. I don't understand why Mexican people hate us. I don't understand it. I don't get it because we don't bother people.
Because that's what's being told by somebody. Somebody's telling our story that just because one person acts like this, they all act like it, and that's the issue.
But we don't think that about them, bro.
I know we don't.
If an Asian person comes and shoot up the neighborhood and go shoot, we're not gonna be thinking all Asians are like that. We know better than that.
I know we don't.
I don't. That's what I don't understand. We can't be the only people in the world with logic. I just don't. I mean, come on. But maybe we are. Shit, I don't know.
But we're the only people in the world whose logic don't matter in the bigger, greater scheme of things.
That's
the issue.
I guess so. It's sad. Yeah. They I saw that one lady, I think 2 of them resigned, maybe all of them at this point, but people were calling for them to resign, which they should.
Well, they had to.
But they wasn't at first. That one lady, she was refusing to drop out, and that guy too. But you know what? You can't be in public service and then serve black people and then you on camera saying that shit. You that's not the job for you. Because you're not gonna be objective. You're not gonna be you're not gonna be fighting for people.
Again, if you say that shit when you're at home and nobody can hear you,
sure.
But once it comes out,
don't be that dumb.
You can't be that dumb.
Don't be in public saying calling monkeys and then be going to the neighborhood saying we're gonna have Martin Luther King parade. If you don't get your goof ass off of here,
I always say this: you got to pay attention to how it's being said.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody gets caught saying that, you got to pay attention because you could tell if that came from the heart.
From the heart.
You could just tell. You could tell if it just didn't roll off. If it didn't roll off like that, but you could tell. Like my man who played for the Eagles, when he said I'm come up there and kick all you niggas at. You heard it.
That's say it all the time.
You heard it. You know he been saying it.
Yeah.
You know he been saying it. So that's what I'm saying. we just realized this is who you really are. That's all.
Yeah. That's why we gotta stop saying nigga too, because it's when they use it, they're using it in a disrespectful way. And I know that we said we taking the power out of it and all that stuff, but we need to stop saying it.
We need to stop saying it because
we need to stop saying it because we can't be offended when they well we can, but if we stop saying it, we can it'll die off.
But this generation of kids are saying it.
Yeah.
These suburban white kids who think because I got black friends and they know I'm not that they think they can.
I ain't had no white friends that ever said that.
I don't either.
Or they asked even thought like I don't even know white people in like that would even feel bold enough to even say that to me.
I had a guy I used to coach with, and he was talking about something, telling a story. So the part of the story had the N-word in it. He asked me, could he say it? I was like, absolutely not.
Right.
Just use the I just said just use the N-word, homie.
Right.
That's all. Don't say it.
Right.
I mean,
don't say it.
Yeah, don't say it. I'm not
because I feel like when you want to say it, you like. For me, when white people want to say nigga, it's a power thing for them.
It is.
You feel powerful that you go say nigga. You ain't finna say nigga because you ain't powerful with me.
They go home and be like, I said nigger.
Yeah, it's a power word, bro. It's a power word. Like I feel like they ancestors rise up in their spirit. They be feeling like you about to whoop somebody because I don't want you to think that because you can't whoop me.
No.
Yeah. You can't whoop me. You can't whoop a lot of us.
Yeah, I tell all my homies all the time.
You couldn't whoop them then either. But you know what? Thank God there was a portion of people that had patience, but there was some of them that didn't, and they fought back. So I believe that that's probably my blood. It's probably Nat Turner. So I'm probably not gonna go.
No, you definitely
want to go ahead of patience to be like, you know what?
You definitely got some. You got some
think about the bigger picture. I don't have a bigger picture. We finna burn this place down.
You got some Nat and Harry in you, Joe.
Yeah, but I believe that's
what you got in you, Joe.
Probably in my blood, because yeah.
Did Bad Boy versus So Def, huh? It's gonna happen. They already did. They already announced it on Versus.
I don't know if I saw it on Versus. I've been seeing it on like the news outlets. So I don't know.
If it's on Versus, that means Swiss numbers gonna make it happen then.
Well, let's see. I don't know because that's the thing. I don't know if it was gonna be like a Versus where.
Let me see.
Before, bro, when they was talking about it, I don't think they was calling it Versus. They were
just gonna do it on their own.
Yeah.
I'm down for it though. I'm down for if they do it. I definitely go.
So I don't see it on Versus. So
they gonna do their own thing.
I think gonna do their own thing. Yeah.
Well, they can. They got the platform for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If anybody can do it, they can do it. So
that'll actually be a good one though, because it's a lot of songs.
It's a lot of songs, a lot of hits.
Yeah, that'll be a good one. I would enjoy that because JD got an R&B bag a little bit. He got a hip hop bag a little bit. You know, Diddy got a huge R&B bag. You already know that.
Yeah,
so that'll be good. I'm actually with that. I wouldn't mind that at all.
Yeah, I know we had talked about it a while ago. Like if it's because they was buzzing about it last year, but yeah, it's finally supposedly it's finally finna happen. So I'm
with that. I like that.
I'm gonna go on a limb and say it's gonna be close. I can't even. It's gonna be hard to say. I would not be surprised if they tie, or if they. It may be like a real close with like a 1 or 2 off. You know what I'm saying? Because they all got hits.
I'm going with Bad Boy.
You going Bad Boy?
I'm going with Bad Boy. Yep, I'm going with Bad Boy.
I'm gonna go with. To me, okay. It's a catch-22. If you're talking about rap, I probably would go with Bad Boy. If we go on R&B, I may have to side with So Def.
Okay.
Because I think and that's the thing too, bro, right? So are they strictly doing So Def versus Bad Boy, or are they doing like Diddy versus Jermaine, because they got artists that wasn't on Bad Boy that they made songs for.
Well, the original IG
Vice
Live,
versa.
the original IG Live between them two is supposed to be Diddy versus Jermaine.
Okay, so if it's Diddy versus Jermaine, then
and Jermaine called Diddy out and said, "Let's do the shit that we actually wrote and produced." So that's why everybody was like, you know, Puff is woo. Puff got his name on a lot of stuff, but that don't mean he wrote or produced. So it's a whole.
Hey, don't worry if you write rhymes, you write checks.
Right. So I mean, I don't know how they gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Yeah. That should be interesting.
It's gonna be good, but I'm definitely gonna make sure I watch that.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it.
And have me a drink in the hand. You saw the Redeem Team doc?
I did. Did you watch it?
I watched it, man. I was cool through the whole doc until the fucking end. They got to the Kobe thing.
Yeah.
I started crying. I said, man, wait, I was good.
You had an emotional week, bro.
A real emotional week. I was good in the doc, man. But when they got that part, when LeBron them started talking about Kobe and all that, and I was like, man, and once again, I'm like, can't believe this dude dead. So that's what I always say. That's what I always say when I see something.
It's unreal. Like I can't when I ain't gonna say I cried, but I definitely got a little emotional because I was like the same thing. I was like, okay, I knew Kobe was gonna be in here, but I was just like, I didn't think I was gonna be like, oh damn, like you know how your chest be feeling when you start. I'm like, damn, I can't believe Kobe, because I just in our lifetime, we haven't had nobody like that big of a star die that young.
That died like that.
And then died like that. Like, you know, Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, those was probably like, and Prince were like those are our icons. There's no doubt about it. And when they passed away, like when Michael passed away, you were shocked, but it was just like Michael dealt with drugs for a long time.
Right.
Whitney dealt with drugs for a long time. So them dying of like overdoses, things like that, you kind of was like, you know, damn. And when Prince was a shock because we didn't know Prince was dealing with.
I didn't know that either.
Drugs. So that was definitely like a big, like, wow. But then it was just like Kobe, like close in age to us. You know what I'm saying? It's just like we was in high school, he was in high school. So it was kind of like we literally grew up together, and then we saw him mature into like who he was post-retirement. And I was just like, I felt like we just got to see, we was just now seeing like a more open Kobe. Like, you know, he had been so guarded for so long, and it was just like he was finally like enjoying like life, and just like we were seeing Kobe like coaching his daughter and all that stuff. Like it was just like we were seeing like just a different side of him, and it was just like,
and then
when this happened, it's like, what? Like, it's just, I just couldn't believe it. I still can't believe it. I just can't believe it.
The doc is good, and it's just like, again, it's like Kobe not here to tell his side. He's not here to talk about his.
Bro, they kind of like they had footage for 2015.
How they did it. I like how they did it.
Yeah,
but I mean, like, you know, it's just like it just don't feel right. Like it just don't feel right. Like even with the Lakers documentary on Hulu, good ass documentary. Well, but when they got to the Kobe, the him dying and everybody talking about how they felt, they cried all over again. I'm like, here I go, my fucking tears coming down.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's just like what I really do like about the Redeem Team doc is that it showed people that like you can't just put a team together and throw the basketball out there.
Yep.
Like people think just because you got all these great players and good players that you can automatically win. I'm gonna tell y'all something. That's really not basketball. Like you can win some games,
right?
But when you go against teams who've been playing together for a very, very long time, they will beat you.
Yeah.
And that's why they brought in Coach K. That's why they brought in Jerry Colangelo to actually get like, all right, we're gonna put this team together and y'all gonna play for 3 straight summers.
Right.
Y'all gonna develop a chemistry. Y'all gonna do this and y'all gonna learn how to play together.
And they had to change the game.
They had to change.
Yeah.
They had to change. And that's what it boiled down to.
Mm-hmm.
And I always say this: people not Coach K. I know I'm a Duke fan. I know I may be biased,
Dookie,
but
yeah.
but the one thing about Coach K, he knows how to manage personalities.
Yeah.
He knows it just that ain't just something you. I don't think you like you. You either born with it or you're not.
Yeah.
Like, you just know how to manage personalities. And
Yeah.
the one thing Coach K said that stood out to me, and he told everybody at the meeting, I want all y'all to bring your egos with you. That's what makes y'all great.
Absolutely.
But put them all together under one ego of Team USA. Mm-hmm. That made the most sense in the world. Even LeBron was like, okay, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, guys like LeBron, you can't bullshit him.
Right.
He know if you like, he know if you are this dude on bullshit, whatever. Like, they knew that with Larry Brown. That's why they didn't respect Larry Brown.
Right.
But Coach K, they respected because they knew, like, all right, he know what he's talking about.
Right.
He's not afraid to coach me.
Right.
That's it.
Right. Yeah, and he's not trying to, like Larry Brown, old school, and he sometimes some coaches, they want the glory and they want to be the reason behind the win. You know what I'm saying? So Larry Brown had a little bit of that on him, but I like seeing LeBron, like, see, people give LeBron. I didn't like LeBron when he was playing the Bulls,
right?
Just because we could not get past him, right? So that was my hate for LeBron. But LeBron as a player, I never could say anything bad about LeBron as a player, and I can not even say anything about his leadership style because it's probably more similar to me in the sense that everybody is not Kobe, right? LeBron is a jokester, and he gonna lighten the mood. And he gonna that ain't gonna take away from him not working hard, but how he lead his team and how he gets the team together is not gonna be how Kobe do it or Michael do it. I like that about him. That I mean, when it comes time to be serious, he's gonna be serious. But I like the fact that he just stayed to himself because with all the media heads talking and everybody saying he don't have this and he that. Well, he still managed to win 4 championships.
He did.
With his own style of leadership, with his own style of personality. So it may not work for Kobe or Mike, but it worked for him. So I like just to seeing his side of and him just being able to help Kobe, be relaxed and be open and be more personable. Like I thought that was an important part of them coming together. You know what I'm saying? Loosen up. Like, everybody can't be a dog 24/7, even though being around Kobe did help them to realize we gotta work hard. You know what I'm saying? Like Kobe got he's the winner here. He's the champion here. So when you got somebody that pedigree there, so that's gonna naturally be like, you know what? We need to get our ass up. But it's so funny. Of course, we Melo was like, that was too early. I'm like, that's exactly why you ain't
kept it 100.
I was thinking, bro, I was like, and that's exactly why you ain't got no ring now.
I said the same thing too. I said the same. I was like, well, shit, Melo, that's probably why, but
that's exactly why.
He was like, man, that's too goddamn early.
What he said? He said that's too early, man. I can't. I'm like, he said I got up, but I ain't getting up 4:30. Like that's just too early.
Bro. That's just too early, But when I was watching, I just was like, people really don't understand, man. Kobe was like a psycho. Like he was
definitely.
And when great people, like great basketball players, that's just how they are. Like they do so much sacrificing that all they see is tunnel vision.
Sure.
Yeah. So for them, they only know one way.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's hard for them to like take the layers off or keep their guards up because and Kobe said it. He was like, he said it like in the documentary. He was like, I don't mind letting people in, but I'm real guarded because that's just how he is.
He's a loner person. Yeah,
he's a loner. LeBron's different, and him and LeBron developed a relationship. A lot of people wanted them to not like each other,
right?
But it never happened because LeBron is the type of person. I really believe LeBron is real likable.
Yeah, he kind of
if LeBron don't like you, that it's something about you that just don't. It's something.
You probably on some BS.
Yeah, that's what I
I
mean.
feel like he's somebody that can get along with everybody.
That's what I'm saying. And then doing they spent all that time together, and they
Mm-hmm.
probably developed their relationship. That's why I knew they got close. I knew all of them got close is when one year Kobe had a birthday party.
Mm-hmm.
Um, During it was in the off season, and all
Mm-hmm.
of them showed up. CP3
Yeah.
showed up, Melo showed up, Wade, LeBron, all of them showed up.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, they
Yeah.
close. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, they all close now.
Yeah.
And then when Kobe was that last year, all them dudes, you could just tell like
Yeah.
they knew it. And then even in the Olympics, when they like D Wade talked about it, remember when D Wade was like, they wrote on the board that Manu Ginobili was the second best shooting guard in the NBA. And Wade
Uh-huh.
was like, no, that's it. Fuck
Yeah.
that. He was like, I'm gonna give you Kobe.
Right.
But then it's me. Like,
Right.
you know
That's
what I'm
facts though.
saying? It's fact though.
That's facts though. I
But
mean,
that's
that was just a thing. You get, and that was at the time when D Wade was like, he was cold as hell. So it was just like you got D Wade coming off the bench, like, and he kept them in the game because ain't nobody had nobody like him coming off the bench, like.
No.
Like in a reality, like at that time, it was like okay, that was Kobe, but when it was LeBron, Kobe, LeBron, D Wade, period. Yeah. So
that
and
story,
you got to put some respect on D Wade name.
That story they told how when Kobe ran through Paul Gasol,
that was hilarious.
And then LeBron was like, man, when I saw that, he was like, oh yeah, we about to beat the shit out of Spain.
And they did. They beat the brakes off them.
That was so funny when LeBron said
well, I can't say they didn't beat them down because Spain wouldn't go away. But
no, they wouldn't go away.
They
go away at all. But Kobe,
and it's so crazy because him and Paul Gasol are super close. They was like brothers. Yeah.
But that's what I mean by like Kobe don't on that court, man. He not turning it off.
Yeah.
If you don't wear the other jersey, he's not turning it off, man. He's not turning it off, and everybody not built like that, and that's okay.
Yeah, that's the one thing that him and Michael was just like exactly like on like Mike. He still I think Mike's still an asshole in real life, even in his old age.
No, Mike is supreme asshole.
I feel like he's still like even off the court. Like if you like, he either like you or he don't. That's what I feel. Like. He like you, you don't, and I feel like he's somebody that ain't gonna be that don't BS around with it. You know what I'm saying? Like you gonna know for sure. Like I don't.
No, he gonna tell you.
Yeah, I get out my face. Like I feel like he's that dude.
Mike is really like that.
Yeah,
he's really an asshole.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
So you've been keeping up with 50 Cent and his son?
Bro, that's tragic as hell. I don't see why people laughing at that. I don't see the humor in it. It's funny, but it's not funny. Like 50 is a 50-year-old grown ass man, and you're arguing with your son on the internet. Huh?
On social media.
You're arguing with your son on social media, and see, it's weird because people be in the comments acting like they know 50 Cent, and they be saying stuff like, "I wouldn't talk to my son either." I'm like, "You a dummy." Yeah. That's we have enough. We have enough stuff in our communities to where we don't need father and sons arguing with each other on a high level. And the truth of the matter is, 50, you did not play a part in your son growing up. Now you can say his mama, y'all broke up and she may have made it difficult for you. Maybe that's true. But how much did you do to really be involved in your son's life? Like
that's true.
You left when he was like 12. He was still a kid. So that means he still has to do what you say do. So if you drop out because you don't want to deal with his mama, that's your fault. So of course his mama, if a boys and their mama have a whole different kind of connection.
Oh yeah, it's totally
if
different.
You're not there, of course he gonna side with the parent that's taking care of him.
Yeah. If
you didn't make your presence known, where if you didn't say, "Son, I'm coming to get you this weekend, son. I'm going on tour, son. We gonna be here for the I'm gonna stay with me this summer." He could have handled it a lot different. Now, granted, he was younger, but hey, You a grown ass man. That's the thing that parents don't understand. When you're absent from your kid's life, when they a child, they become an adult. He thought when he's turned 18, you can just pop back in his life. And by that time, he's grown disgruntled. So now you got an attitude with him, and then you blame his mama, and then instead of being an adult and saying I didn't do my part, you still making it his fault and saying he took a picture with the man's son who killed me. He's 18. He didn't even know who that dude was. He said that, and the dude who took the son said he didn't know him. They basically set that up where they saw him in a restaurant or something, and he didn't know who they was, because that's what happened when you're not in your child life. Your son know who quote unquote ops is. So it's just stupid, man. It's sad to see, and people think it's funny. Like, y'all know 50p, he's so petty. He's miserable. There's a thin line to me between petty and being unhappy, because you people that's extremely petty, it's a core of unhappiness, you know, because that's what comes out, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you're bitter about things in life, like, ain't nobody whose son look just like them, you ain't got a relationship with them, you can't tell me it don't bother you. Of course it does.
It does. I think it does bother him.
Of course it does. But he has too much pride, and you got people on the internet that's laughing, thinking it's funny, and they just alike, bro. It's just sad. I hate to see it because they're black men, and I hate to see that, you know, that's you know, that's because it glorifies toxic behavior.
It does.
Between you know, our men, and then it makes it seem like it's okay when you're still the father. You're supposed to be the mature one. You're supposed to be setting an example. You know, even if Diddy and his kids got beef, they ain't never putting that shit on the internet.
Never, because Diddy ain't know how he raised them.
And truthfully, because Diddy raised his kids, though.
Yeah.
You say what you want to say, but Diddy always had his kids.
Always, even them girls.
Always around. His kids always around him.
Yep.
I mean, they was always going with him somewhere. He got an office, and they got a room in his office or whatever. Like, he made it so his kids will always be his baby mamas. You ain't never heard nothing from Kim complaining. You ain't hear about the first baby mama complaining, the second one, because he take care of his kids and he take care of them, and
he take care of his baby mamas.
Yeah, so
no, you're right.
It's sad.
I just hate my thing is I ain't really give it too much energy, but
yeah,
I just don't like to see, like, in this situation, 50, no matter whatever it is, he is still the dad, the father.
Yeah.
He should not be going back and forth with his son on social media.
Nope.
Like, I just feel like, hey, I know he like to talk shit and crack jokes and be messy, but I think right here you gotta be like, no, y'all don't need to be in my business like this. Yeah. The world don't need to be in my business like this. Yeah. I'm like this with my son behind those doors.
Yeah. And he wants to talk about, just like, I tried to talk to him and he didn't want to deal with me. Well, that's what, as an adult, that's the result. You got to let him do it on his own, but it's how you do it. You can't just run up on the boy and be like, now you want to be my daddy. Like that's what people don't understand. It don't work like that.
It don't.
And I've seen it in real life, bro. We've seen it in real life. I know people firsthand who daddies disappear when they was younger, then they get older and they feel like, okay, well she grown now. Her mama, I ain't got to deal with her mama no more, so I could deal with her. But you just missed out on 10 years of her life.
On 10 years of her life, and it don't work.
She felt every birthday that you wasn't there, every time you said you was coming to get her, then you didn't show up, every Christmas gift that she didn't get, you want her to forget about that because she 18? It don't like that. So it may take you another 10 years to get her to like you again, but that's what you have to do because you were absent. That's all it says to me. I'm like, 50 is just exposing himself to me as an absent father. People, this is your son is behaving. Nobody whose father is close to them, nobody whose father had to play the role in their life acts like this. Your son is acting out as an adult, and he don't respect you as a man because you were not there for him as a child.
And also his son is being entitled, talking about the money he said wasn't enough.
Absolutely.
When I first, that's when it all kicked off.
Yeah.
I was like, come on, man, you've been a little bit too entitled now, like for real.
Yeah, bro, but
like, for real, like knock it off.
He's 24. That generation thinks like that, bro.
I'm like, knock it off. $1 million, like knock it off.
Yeah, I mean, I think, but here's the thing, though, bro. That's the messed up part. He's got that entitlement probably from his mama. But when you think about it, if $6,000, bro, in New York, that's what he was paying for him. It's supposed to be child support for him. If she ain't got no other income, that's him and his other siblings. That ain't got nothing to do with 50. So that's their whole household money. So the reality is it made to live in New York, and let's just say I think she got at least one more other child. That's not a lot of money to take care of 3 people and then you ain't bringing in no more money in New York. So maybe in his mind he's thinking that was there, which is still messed up because it was no reason why his mama couldn't work and why she couldn't help compensate for them when they was kids. So, but he not gonna see it that way. You know what I'm saying? Because she the one who raised him. So when he can't get Jordans or something because she got to pay the rent and all that stuff, you know, when you're dating 50 Cent, you do feel some kind of entitlement. But you know that's his parents failed him, both of them.
Man, you got to do like what Shaq said. Shaq said the realest shit ever about what he said to his kids. He said his kids one day was like, "We rich." He said, "No, I'm rich."
Absolutely.
That's the realest shit in the world, right there.
Yeah. He like, I'll pay for you to get right. For education. He get them money. He like, but he don't want them to not work. He's like, you go to school. If you don't go to school, what's your business plan? Like, he was like, his son wants some kind of car. I forget what car he said his son wanted. It wasn't on Drink Champs. It was on something else. He was like, his son wanted a Tesla.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, I'm not buying you $100,000 car. You can get this Dodge tricked out. Yeah. You know, but that's what I mean. You're not getting. I'm not spending that money, and we know he got it.
Yeah, he got it.
But he wants them. He wants to raise them up to be young men. But the thing is, though, bro, he's active in his kids' life, and he's training them. You can't. Kids don't process stuff. They say by science that your brain is not fully developed until you're 25.
Yeah, I know.
He's not 24. So if he ain't been raised by a man all this time, you can't be like, you're entitled ass. I gave you money till you was 18 or till you was 21 or whatever. And but you ain't give him no other lessons.
None.
You didn't teach him nothing. You didn't teach him how to not be entitled. I feel like he feels entitled in the sense of because in his mind, because I heard him say it before in an interview. In his mind, if you're not gonna be there for me, if you're not gonna be there, then I feel like I should get anything I want. At least, and not saying that's right. I'm not saying that's the right attitude to have, but that's what he's thinking.
That's his mindset.
You're not here. So the bare minimum, if I'm 50 Cent's son and you on a roll, fine. And you don't got time for being with me, fine. Well, there should be nothing I should need then.
As if that's the least he can do.
That's his mindset, So, and I'm not saying that's right, but when you don't train bro, that goes between you and your son. He's if you was just in the house, not having conversations with your son, not telling him stuff like when stuff come up, you just a body. You're not raising him. So
yeah,
that's the difference between
that's
raising your child and just being.
Unfortunately, that's a lot. That's a lot of men, fathers is like that, where they just in the house, but they're not really teaching. But I mean, to me, fathers still matter. Fathers are still important.
You saw that report that said the CDC said that.
Yeah, I saw that.
Black fathers are more active than any other race of dads. I could believe that.
Because I really believe we are. If you got a son, we have to be his blueprint. We have to be his.
Or daughter too, bro.
We have to be the idea, like the model of what he feel like he should be trying to be. grows up. And I just think that, but if you got the narratives out here on TV, social media, if they're constantly saying woman this, single mom this, men don't matter this, you fighting. It's up to you to live in your household to break that. To break that.
When you see dads in people's lives, see, it's okay when Kevin Durant was praising his mama, right? And it's just his mama. Right. But when LeVar Ball is on TV, or when John Morant daddy is on TV, or Cat, his daddy, if they daddy's on that, then it's a problem.
Yeah.
Now it's like, why he out in the video? You know, that's his son. He's supposed to be there. He's protecting. They protecting their sons from wolves.
Yep.
So, yeah. But anyway.
But it's just black men, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, exactly. It's just black men. Because
nobody had an issue with Peyton Manning father being always around. Nobody had an issue with. See, this is what I never forget. And I don't know, people don't know this. Nobody had an issue when Eli Manning was coming out of college. Mm-hmm. He was going to be drafted in the top 3. Nobody had an issue when his dad said on national TV, and even said to reporters, that if the New York Jets get the number 1 pick, my son is not playing for the Jets. Mm-hmm. He said it, and didn't get any backlash.
What was his reason?
Because it was a terrible organization.
Okay.
He didn't want his son to play for a terrible organization. So see, my thing is this. I don't know if that would have been the same if Lamar Jackson's daddy would have said that.
Absolutely. They would have been saying he should be grateful that he could be.
It would have been a different narrative.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I just think it's different when the perception is, because we all know the perception is, and to a fault, when dudes be on TV in high school and college, they be on TV. What do they always say? Hi, mom.
Right.
I get it, but there's a lot of fathers who be there, but behind the scenes.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Like Shaq always say, I wouldn't be who I am if it wasn't for my father, not my biological father, but
absolutely
the guy who decided to be my father and stepped in when my biological father didn't.
Yeah.
So Shaq always say that. So I mean, like LeVar Ball, I got my issues with him, but when it comes to being a father, he did everything. He did everything right.
Yep.
He had a plan. He had a plan for his son, and it worked. He was there every day, and he did everything right. I know
all his sons.
People in the media, the white people, didn't like the fact that, you know, he talks about how he saw his wife, he saw how tall she was, and he said, look, we finna make basketball kids. That made people uncomfortable. Because they start thinking about breeding, but that's just how they warp, though.
Well, they warp like breeding us, so what are we talking about?
That's what I mean. They warp like that. But LeVar thinking like, hey, I'm 6'6", she's 6'2", she was All-American. I was an All-American. Hey, we about to
That's funny as hell though, bro.
But he kept it real. And then, you know, his kids turned out great. So I mean, the fathers matter. And I know the media don't like to see John's dad dancing and fraternizing. But hey, man,
I love it.
He happy for his son.
His son is young, and even when Ja on his live drinking with his friends, his daddy there.
His daddy be there.
His daddy, I feel like just his dad presence is probably what's keeping him from crazy stuff.
Yep.
You know,
and that's okay if that happens.
Yeah.
Because a lot of guys wish they grew up with their fathers.
Absolutely.
A lot of guys wish they grew up with their father. That's why.
When I was younger, and my daddy, you know, everybody who know my dad know, like when I was young, I'd be like, I was the oldest, so I am the oldest, so I always felt like I had more eyes on me than anybody. So, but it kept me from doing stuff I wasn't supposed to do. Cause I'd be like, I used to tell you, bro. Well, I used to be like, I can't sneak and do stuff because I don't know what the hell my daddy gonna be. I feel like he worked all the way out in Romeoville,
but he might show up on your ass.
Like, why are you here, sir?
Yeah,
I'm going to school.
Yep.
Why are you here? Like, like he was just always present. Like he was the dad on the student council, so it was just like I couldn't get in trouble because my dad's at school. So
he gets your ass.
Hell yeah. So yeah, I don't. Black dads matter.
Black dads do matter.
Dads matter. Period.
Before we cut out of here, Devante Adams, he was charged with assault.
My neck, my back,
my neck and my back. he pushed a. He was a cameraman yesterday after the game. They had just lost. It was a tough game. He walking off the field. The cameraman kind of cut in front of him as he was walking, and Devante pushed him, and he fell. The cameraman fell.
Bro, that push was light as hell.
It was on national TV. So once again, it was on national TV. The cameras followed him all the way to the locker room. We saw it. The world saw it. Now, when I saw it happen, the first thing I said was, Devante about to cut a check.
Absolutely. He still want to cut a check.
I said, but I said out of man, I said, you have to cut a check. But today, the guy did file charges. You know, there was a whole bunch of debates on Facebook. Everybody had these think pieces. But here's my thing. I think if that was me, I'd have been laid up in the hospital. I'd have told them, look, just me up, put tubes in my nose, say I'm fucked up. Because he just signed a $43 million, well, he got $43 million signing bonus coming.
Yeah.
I want at least $150,000. I want at least $150,000. Okay?
He gonna get that. That man probably gonna get about that much.
I mean, at least. And then, to me, listen, I know the guy cut in front of him, but I always say this. Those guys have a lot more to lose.
Sure.
Than a normal, regular person.
Yeah.
I know he lost. I know the guy cut in front of him, but that still don't mean you put your hands on somebody.
You can't put your hands on somebody, but in his defense, if Devante wanted to push him for real, bro, that man would have failed and he could have hurt himself for real. He basically just pushed him out the way in a sense.
I know.
And it was a light to me when I look at it, and maybe because I ain't trying to just defend the black man, but he pushed him in a way just like, man, gone. Like it was a light push. I felt like the guy fell back. Like I felt like he made himself fall. If you look at it, you can tell it's like he braced himself to fall, which is fake. It's phony, which is why I'm like, he's not hurt. He made himself fall. Like Devante didn't push him that hard for him to fall. This is a football player. If he wanted to tackle you and knock you out the way, you would be dead. Okay.
But what's the perception?
He didn't. Well, it's because it's a big black man that knocked down a white man. So I understand that. But and again, you're right. He shouldn't. You gotta. But it's hard to. I can't say it's hard for me to be like you gotta always be in control when you in high emotions like that. It's hard to at some point. To me, it should be a respect both ways. The man just lost the game. He irritated. Get the camera. It ain't the time to follow him. He's a human. No. When you mad, do you want somebody following you around the house?
I don't.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I feel like we make excuses for like TMZ and these reporters and cameramen and be like, well, he just doing his job. Your job is stupid. Your job is stupid. Your job, if your job is to invade my privacy while I'm upset because I'm a celebrity, your job is stupid. You need a new job. Like you can still record me and not be that damn close to me. Like and when you're, especially after a loss, I'm upset. Like, but I feel like people like that, they be wanting that kind of reaction though. Like they be waiting for that moment, bro. He been waiting all his life to get pushed by a football player so he can be like my neck and my back because his head didn't hit nothing, bro. And that man, if you look at it, it looks like it looks like a stunt. Like I'm like, this man made himself fall. He put his hand back and he fell on his butt.
Well, unfortunately, that's going to be up to the court, and it's going to be up to if they settle this. So
they gonna settle it.
Either way it go, Devante gonna have to cut a check. So we can cut a check. We can go back and forth.
The filing charges, bro, that's just preliminary stuff for him. Because whenever when something happen, lawyers will always tell you to go get a police report and then go to the hospital. So he did that. That's just to set up his settlement. At the end of the day, I guarantee you, I can't guarantee, but I'm almost positive they're probably gonna drop them charges. He gonna pay that bill. It's gonna be done.
It's not even gonna go to court.
It's definitely not going to court.
They're gonna settle this.
They're gonna settle it for sure. He gonna drop the charges and then he gonna give him some.
I bet you Devante will never do this again.
Shit, he probably his man. Next time I push him, I'm gonna hurt him for real.
Cause I knew it. Soon as he did it, I was like, oh, Devante.
If he get that man some money, bro, I feel like behind the scenes he should be able to slap him. Hey. Since you faked this fall, I feel like I should be able to slap you for real now.
If I just settle for $150,000, you slap me too. I'm going right to the bank with a and a check for $150.
Yeah, well, yeah, he about to write that check, so I ain't gonna say I'll probably do the same thing, but it's still bogus, but whatever.
Hey man, you listen. The dude, I don't know if he was trying to make it to the other side before Devante got that close, but he got too close.
He did,
and the rest is what we see now. So
the rest is history.
It is, because it's everybody talking about it, but this story will blow over. I mean,
yeah, we're not even gonna. They're gonna settle. We ain't even gonna know about it.
The NFL is not gonna suspend him. The Raiders are not gonna suspend him.
No, it's because it was light. And
it's gonna blow over, and
yeah,
I mean,
for sure.
It's more stuff to talk about than him, and a millionaire have to pay for $50,000, whatever it's gonna cost.
Right, that's chump change.
I'm at the point this year. I'm tired of millionaires crying. I'm tired of billionaires whining. I have no sympathy for millionaires or billionaires.
Oh gosh.
That's where I'm at now, and the rest of this year. I don't give.
Well, we millionaires in the making.
I don't care about your problems with your kids, your wife, your
more money, more problems.
Your family. I don't give a shit. I don't care.
Okay.
I don't care what company is trying to steal your brand. Who gives a shit?
Deacon Moses has spoken, y'all.
At the end of the day, you're still gonna wake up with a bank account that can create generational wealth for the rest of your family.
For sure. For sure.
I don't give a shit about your crying and whining.
For sure.
That goes for black, white. I don't give a shit.
You know you old when you say that you don't give a shit, bro. That's old people talking right there.
I don't. I'm tired of these celebrities getting on their platform whining about whatever, man. Like it's people who trying to figure out how they gonna keep their lights from getting cut off tomorrow. Who gives a shit that Gap doing this to you? I don't give a fuck, man.
Right. Yeah.
I don't care about that, man. Anyway.
I'm with you, bro.
Well, you got any shout outs?
Shout out. So just want to shout out. Today is one of our listeners. She texted me the other day. She was like the episode. Shout out to my girl Danietta. It's her birthday. Happy birthday, Yetta. Happy birthday. Who was birthday? It's up. I feel like it was a lot of birthdays this month. Coming up, but yeah, I want to shout out to her. Everybody else, thank y'all for listening. Make sure you're subscribing.
Absolutely. Hey,
some of y'all be listening, and y'all be like, if we have like 400 something people on Facebook or Instagram, then we should have that amount on YouTube, y'all.
Talk about it, T. Talk about it.
So don't be talking about y'all listening and y'all ain't subscribing, because the math ain't mathing.
Hit that button.
Hit that button, y'all. We need y'all to hit that button. So
hit the button.
Hit the button. Hit the button.
Hey, 3 words. Hit the button.
We go. That's gonna be the title, bro. Hit the button.
Hit the button.
Hit the button.
Well, hey, we'll be back next week, y'all. We're gonna be in the studio.
Yes, we're supposed to be here today, but we had to reschedule. But
we had to move stuff around. But next week we're in the studio, and we'll see y'all next week. Hey, and remember, that chick really not into you. She just need her rent paid.
And on that note, that's Moses' bad advice for the day, ladies. We pay our own rent. We pay our own bills. We don't need no men to pay our bills for us.
Not all of y'all.
I'm just joking. Pay my bills, y'all.
See?
You might want to pay my bills, boo-boo. I don't want none of them.
Get out of here. That's terrible advice.
See y'all. Later, y'all.
Peace.